and today we are going to be reacting to zach.d films. So, let's see the first video.
As you open the door, the light travels into your eye and sends a nerve signal that tells your pupils to shrink so less light enters your eyes. But inside your brain, there's other nerves nearby, including one connected to your nose and sinuses. And some scientists think that the signals can get crossed. So when bright light hits your eyes, your brain mistakes it for irritation in your nose, which causes it to trigger a sneeze.
Now, who asked for this information? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? But, anyways.
He lights the torch, then runs the flames over the cactus, burning the sharp spines right off the pads. They do this during severe droughts, when the grass has dried up and there's almost nothing left for the cattle to eat. So the herd moves in and starts chewing the cactus. And because the thick green pads are full of water, it helps keep the cattle alive in the heat. But if the rancher can't burn the spines off fast enough, the desperate cattle will still eat the cactus anyway, which can shred their mouths. He lights the torch, then runs the flames over the...
Hey.
When a lobster crawls inside a trap, it eats the bait first, before looking for a way out. But when it travels through a second opening, the walls get steeper and steeper, forcing them to move forwards until they reach the second part of the trap where there's no escape. Now, if the lobster is small enough, it can slip out of the tiny holes in the sides. And if the trap gets lost at sea while there's still lobsters inside, rings on the side panel will break down over time, letting them escape. They painted his head with a special gel and covered bandages with plaster to lay on his face. Once it dried, they filled it with more plaster, making a cast of his head, which they scanned and combined with a digital picture for an exact replica of his face. Then they inserted a skull design inside and carved down his face to show the metal parts. By combining this with CGI, the Terminator's face could strip away throughout the film, revealing the robot underneath. They painted his head.
It's actually kind of smart.
The entire ship slowly tilts upwards until most of it is pointing deep in the ocean. And they do this because waves mostly move just the top layer of water. So with most of the ship below the surface, the waves can't really push it around. Then compressed air pushes the water back out and the rear floats back up to the surface. The entire...
Isn't that just science?
He folded the cardboard into a small box, then poked a hole through one side. The tiny hole funneled light rays into straight paths, creating an upside-down image inside the box. And a chemically treated glass plate caught that light, burning the image onto them, turning the cardboard into a camera. You see, he built it while trapped in a prison camp to show what was happening inside. And while others stood watch, he photographed starving prisoners. Then he wrapped the photos in a waterproof cloth and buried them until the war ended. They were released decades later, showing what really happened inside these camps. He folded the cardboard.
Wait.
He folded the...
Is that like the first camera? Isn't he like smart? So, if they would have been like, but like, what did he do to get inside the camp? Like, isn't he smart? So like, he should be like Albert Einstein. Like, there would be no point for him to be in like a war. Yeah, bro. zach.d films, bro. You got it, bro.
He placed the shotgun inside the headboard and rested it on an internal shelf while the front panel kept it shut. Now, when the bad guys arrive, he just reaches up, presses the headboard in, and the gun drops down right into his hands. After it's used, he just puts it back in. The panel snaps shut like nothing ever happened. He placed the shotgun. The needle is injected into your eye to numb it before a tiny cut would be made. Then the sides would be lifted. The needle is injected into your eye to numb it before a tiny cut would be made. Then the sides would be lifted up to create a small pocket, so a tiny charm could be slid inside. And when it healed, you would have a tiny heart sitting on your eye. But the pocket makes it easy for bacteria to get inside, which could cause serious damage. But even though it can make you blind, it's still perfectly legal in the Netherlands. The needle...
So, I don't know what he was doing there, but that's gonna be it for this video. Bye, guys.